Hey you guys, back with another live. So under heavy duty attack, doing character defamation. These guys are broadcasting my every move. I feel like I'm being stalked, probably more than I should be. I definitely feel like my stalking is really out of control, and it's more than it should be. I feel like these guys are definitely overstepping their boundaries. Definitely feel like they're committing a hate crime. I'm encountering a lot of racism. Where these guys... I'll wait on the algorithm. Are... the interrogations, too, are ridiculous. Where I'm being asked why I'm looking at Hispanic men. I have Hispanic in my family. And I don't feel that I have to answer questions or explain myself as to why I'm looking at any individual for that matter. I feel like some of these guys are delusional and feel that I have to practice some form of singleness and not be with somebody because they are completely obsessed, in a sense. And I feel like some of these individuals are racist. And it's none of their business. If they don't like it, then they can go back to their business. Who I choose to look at is nobody's concern. And then trying to hang stuff over my head. Like, oh, that's fine, I'll leave you. Like, this is getting out of control. So some of these people are really delusional in the idea, I think, of their obsession with me. And it's honestly just getting out of control. Some of it's actually really scary. Where I feel like some of these guys are overstepping their boundaries for whatever reason. They think they can, like, arrest me, or, like, it's just all being played out to just a delusional state. Where these guys are also just doing too much. Where I'm forced to basically play out... I don't know, it's hard to explain. These guys are definitely trying to hold me hostage and entrap me. Where they're trying to make me, it seems like, finish out a contract that's already been breached or broken. So it doesn't make any sense. I'm kind of being forced into... I don't know, I can't really explain it. Yeah, Nick, these guys are pretty much just sickos, and they're so delusional. They think they're in the right. They're trying to find any loophole they can to make an escape. It seems like there's just too many scapegoats, like, on my remote neuromonitoring. And I feel like some of these people are really just trying to run away and try to make an escape. Why my remote neural monitoring and targeting is being played out this way is beyond me. I have so many questions, but yet I get any answers. I feel like I am definitely being neglected on so many levels, where I shouldn't have been left alone. And I was supposed to have some form of a handler, but come to find out I didn't. And I'm not sure as to why. Yeah, I don't think they're getting away with anything. God doesn't miss anything, so I think they're screwed. They think they can fool me and, you know, this, that, and the other. They're gonna have to answer to God. So either way, they might be able to get away with stuff, you know, in this world. But at the end of the day, people like that have to answer to God, so... I wish I could, Connor, but they have made it so it's pretty difficult. I can't just up and leave. Plus, they've ruined my car, so it's like... I wish I could. It would probably be better for me and my best interest to leave, especially this area. But they've made it so it's so difficult. And now they're using the threats, the different forms of threats where I'm held hostage, basically. Held down against my will. They want me to not talk about it, but I'm gonna expose it regardless, so... They like to throw rocks and hide their hands, for sure. And everything's spoken. They're taking it directly. Like, nobody's talking to you. It's not about you. They have to learn. This group doesn't understand boundaries, where they think they can just glue their ears to the wall and listen. Like, you know how, like, you would put a cup up to the wall? That's basically how it feels. So I feel like my personal space is definitely just, like, they're overstepping their boundaries. I should be able to speak freely without all of them trying to catch everything. Like, it's being spoken directly to them. We're not having a group conversation, so you can back off. All these people think I'm having a group meeting with them or conversation with them, and I am not. I'm speaking indirectly, and that is my God-given right to have, you know, that form of privacy. And I don't owe anybody an explanation. Nick, I think he's just talking about the environment and area, not necessarily the you know, whole thing. I think he's just talking about environment and area, because that is my case scenario, basically, is where I feel like I need to just remove myself from this environment and area. I think is what he's talking about, Nick. Because it does, the environment plays a key role too, I think. So to place yourself in a better environment would definitely, you know, help. And that's my plan. It's just... No, I know it's going to, but to be in a better environment is what I'm saying. A lot of people misinterpret that idea when I say, you know, I want to move or leave or any of that. Like, I get it, but to be put in a better environment that's more suitable for my energy is more ideal. To be just left in an environment where I'm not able to receive anything, including nature. These guys will not allow me to connect to nature or anything on any level. Mine is definitely overbearing. And these guys can sit here and worry about it, but I'm gonna continue to speak. I appreciate that, Connor. Yeah, I just feel like I need to be put in a different environment that is definitely nurturing nature. I just feel like I'm not receiving the proper tools to excel in my energy. I feel like these guys just want to suffocate me with their just bullshit. That is just like this delusional, like, just drama and negativity that doesn't serve any purpose. In all honesty, it's just all bullshit. It just seems to me like it's a bunch of bored people with nothing better to do but to kind of create this idea that really doesn't even exist. So therefore it becomes an illusion, and I feel like they try to force it on me, but it becomes their own illusion. So in all honesty, like, it serves no purpose. So they're basically just running around in a loop, living an illusion that doesn't even exist. It's like they've created this scenario themselves. And they just, like, sit there. I mean, I am suffocated with this so heavy to where these guys are tuning into my coughs. It's just overbearing. Download Play-Doh? What is that, Connor? I have to look it up. Did I find it on the App Store? Play-Doh games? Is that what you're talking about? The games in chat? Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that for sure. I appreciate it. Thanks. So that's kind of what I'm up against right now, and I need to connect to more high vibrational just individuals, but due to location it's really difficult. So I feel like I need to definitely be put in a better environment to where I can connect to people that are more on my level as far as energy, because I think a lot of energies that are being presented are just not really suitable. And I think they like to keep you stuck kind of in that idea and rut. Yeah, but these guys are really doing too much, and it's like, you're tuning in so hard, it's like hyper, like, you're listening, like, I don't know, I can't even cough without digging into, like, ooh, like, it's so ridiculous. It's like, back off, it's just a fucking cough, and I don't care if you want to sit here talking about I smoke, like, my only bad habit, and you want to tune into my cough and try to, no, fuck off, go tune into your own shit. Like, I don't owe anybody an explanation, and they want to try to, like, play off at every little thing that I do. Like, if I fart, these guys are, like, waltzing around trying to smell it, and I'm like, this is just ridiculous. So I've just gotten to the point where I just fart and let them smell it. I think it's hilarious. And then they try to call, they're like, oh, you're nasty. Well, you want to walk around smelling my farts. I mean, I'll send a nice juicy one for you. You can stick it in your mystery box. Like, it's so stupid. I cuffed my farts for him. Like, literally. Like, here you go. I mean, good God. Like, get a grip. Like, these guys will tune in and try to smell my breath. I'm like, how? Like, why? Like, it's completely ridiculous. It's like, I'm not gonna go out of my ways to, like, brush my teeth hardcore for you guys and make sure I have good breath for you. And you're sitting in, like, dirty underwear. Crop dusting? Yeah, right? Like, I'm not gonna get extra, like, spiffy for you. I'll let you smell my farts. Then I got this guy, I don't know, he's like hyper abusive. And definitely oversteps our boundaries. And in all honesty, like, I'll be honest with you, I think due to certain reasons, like origin, stuff like that, some of these guys will, I'll wait on the algorithm. Like, you can't act a fool here. I don't care who you are. Like, you can sit here and threaten me all day. Like, this dude, he'll threaten me and try to intimidate me and this, that, and the other, but I'm not intimidated whatsoever. Like, this guy, he'll act like he's like some mafia or something like that. And I'm like, I have one of them, they act like they're mafia, and I'm like, just shut up. These guys like to act like they're invincible Marvel characters, and they look so stupid. I'm like, how much, crack have you smoked today? It's almost like watching computer nerds want to play out, like, Pokemon or something. I don't know. Probably Connor. I mean, I'm not sitting here downing on anybody. I just think my targeting's a little bit difficult. If people only knew what I had to endure on a day, they would be like, what the fuck? Yeah, I doubt some of these guys were, though. I've been watching this, I just look at it and go, what the fuck? Like, some of these guys look like they play Pogs. I don't know. I just think mine's just a little bit out of control, and there needs to be some kind of, like, a referee on my shit going, hey, you know what? Get back in your corner, bro. You can't just do what you want here. Like, one of them just made a noise and it went boop. Like, they use spook tactics. They use a lot of spook tactics. And it's like, why don't you go harass a man instead of, harassing a single mom to death? Like, you're a puke. And, like, it's really sad. You're going out of your ways to, like, harass a single mother. Like, please, like, get a life. These guys are ridiculous, but, it is what it is. I gotta be the man, so, nobody else wants to do it. So it looks like I have to. Yeah, these guys, are pretty delusional, dude. It's scary. Like, they play out these scenarios. Like, I think one or two of them think that I'm their girlfriend or something. I'm like, what? Like, okay. Like, for whatever reason, they think that, you know, they're my boyfriend or something like that. Like, they have this idea in their head. I'm like, I'll fart and make them change that idea. I am not your girlfriend, broski. I am definitely single. For how long? I don't know. Because I'm about to start looking. Because I'm tired of this whole being left alone ordeal. And not having that support of masculinity. I feel like I'm dealing with a lot of kind of more feminine and toxic masculinity. That's not serving just my being whatsoever, so... I'm definitely going to start looking. But I'm definitely watching out for red flags. These guys try to isolate me and make me feel like I'm unworthy and not good enough to find, but it's not the case scenario. Because I am worthy, for sure. These guys are unworthy of my energy. Honestly, my presence, to be honest with you. And I am very deserving of crossing paths with somebody that serves my spirit and energy. Somebody that'll take care of my energy. A masculine that will protect my energy, because these guys are cowards. They're just so obsessed. Like, some of them are so obsessed with trying to keep me. Like this one individual who harasses me all throughout the day to try his best. I mean, the abuse with this individual is just disgusting. But you're not going to keep me. Plus, I think he might be homo. And I don't find that attractive whatsoever. These guys have this thing in their idea where they think they can get with me. Yeah, absolutely, Nick. That would be fun. Like, and they're trying to intimidate me with their spook shit right now. I'm not scared of you. Like, at all. Even your hyper abuse, your hyper violence, stuff like that, you don't intimidate me whatsoever. You're not going to silence me with, you know, that shit at all, because I'm not scared of anything. And these guys actually use me as a punching bag, so I'm kind of held down so they can act out their abuse. One guy, he's punching me as a broadcast right now, but I've already whooped the shit out of him a few times. And one time, I think I knocked out his tooth via broadcast. I know I knocked the piss out of him one time and knocked his glasses off in the broadcast. So they like to act tough, a lot of them. But this group on me, they had to pin me to a wall and basically hog-tie me so they can all, you know, take swings on me. And it's not really working out for them too well. They want to try to silence me, but it's not working out. Like, you can sit here and throw a boulder at me. And these guys want to bully me to death in groups. Like, I'm dealing with groups, and they think they're going to stop me from going to work by threatening to, you know, do this, that, and the other. And then hold me hostage to force their shit on me. It's not fucking working out for you, because I ain't falling for it. I ain't going to stop going to work because you people are jealous that, you know, I'm awesome. Like, I'm sorry you're without God, but it's not my problem. Like, you should go, you know, maybe heal and you know, find another way to, you know, heal from whatever it is. I mean, these, you know, go pray to God. I mean, you can't force on free will. Yeah, Connor, see, that's a problem. Mine, I wish mine was a little bit simpler, but it's not. Um, so when I don't engage, I'm, it's attacked pretty heavy, but I mean, they grab, they touch. Um, some of them I just feel like are not following algorithms either. They want me to be quiet, but I'm not going to. Like, I'm not going to shut up about it just because you're scary. Like, you don't scare me. But I agree with you, Connor. It's just, it's really, really difficult on my end. I wish mine was a little bit simpler. I wish, and then they try to play off of like emotions. You're not going to piggyback, and I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow the manipulations. But they try to hold me down, and then they try to be cocky with it and real arrogant, like they know what they're doing. You don't know what you're doing. You have not a clue as what you're doing. They try to act like they're some magical, intelligent, like, whatever. And I just look at them and I'm like, you're full fucking retard, dude. Like, you don't know what you're doing. You look stupid and you're acting out like a retard and a wild monkey that's been let loose on the fucking prowl. If you just do, your job, that'd be great. But, the fact that I have to, I don't know. Sorry, you guys, if I sound negative. I'm just, I guess, venting. And I just feel like I owe nobody an explanation to my being. And I got two of them that are like obsessed with the idea of my kids and trying to use things as like propaganda. I'm not gonna allow it, and I don't give a fuck if you're military. You're not allowed to trespass against me, and that's how I feel. And if you got a problem with that, you can talk to a judge with no problem. And you can threaten me all day, but I'll tell you this much right now, in this fucking little doomahickey, you might be the shit, might be, this, that, and the other, but on foot, bro. Like, a lot of these people like to harass me and act like they're some, like, god or something like that. And I'm like, why don't you talk about it on foot? Let's see how much, how scary you are then, because I'm not really intimidated. I know they want to try to op shit and shit like that. It's, it's fine. You can approach, you can talk to me. And one of them saying, I'm not getting my way right now. No, you're just a psychopath, sneaky. A lot of these guys are just, I mean, they're so delusional with the idea of power. Like, you're not going to receive anything. Then I got this one dude who's trespassing against me who should be arrested for high treason. I'll sit here and expose it all day. And I don't give a like, I do not care. And I don't, like, these guys, they try to enforce the idea, like, oh, I'm supposed to be here. No, you're not. You're trespassing against me. And there's something going on with like a church or something like that. You're not allowed to trespass against me. A lot of counterfeit spirits claiming they got the Holy Ghost. You ain't got the Holy Ghost, you're possessed by a demon. Then I got this like the juice and shit, like all of that. I'm just tired. And then I got one of them who tries to make me smell my menstrual cycle because they want to act like they're like some kind of like Satanist, and they want to perform some kind of weird, like, you're a disgusting pig. Like, it's probably pig DNA as well. I wouldn't doubt it. Like, they're unworthy and unclean. You think you're gonna oppress me by threatening to do stuff to my family? Like, this is what this group does, I think. Trying to oppress me from living my life and going outdoors. Like, it's not gonna work for you, Decatur, or whoever you are. Like, that shit doesn't work with me. I'm gonna do what I want. I don't give a fuck if you're, you know, in a cult. Like, I don't fucking care about any of that shit. That shit doesn't mean anything to me. Go play with your fucking Ouija boards and fart on them for all I care. That shit doesn't mean anything to me because, one, I return it back to sender times 3, bind you in it and bind your tongues in the mighty name of Jehovah, and ask God to blind you and lose confusion in the mighty name of Yahushua. I lose confusion on the enemy in the mighty name of Yahushua, and I condemn all of them. And all tongues that rise up against me and my family, I condemn. And any fraudulent contracts that have been made, I condemn. I null and void in the mighty name of Jesus of Nazareth. I plead the blood of Jesus Christ on it. And any contracts that were made without my consent, I null and void in this moment. And ask God to sharpen his sword with you and all your fraudulence. And any spiritual fraudulence that's being presented, I ask God to expose you and sharpen his sword with you. And any energies trying to trespass against me and my family, I condemn you and ask God to sharpen his sword with you and expose you in all your works. And I cast down strongholds on me and my family in the mighty name of Yahushua, Jesus of Nazareth. I return back to sender tenfold times 3. And any counterfeit spirits, I condemn you and all your works with your counterfeit spirit and all your wickedness. I ask Jesus of Nazareth. I got one of them who's trying to come in through remote neuromonitoring to go after my family. I condemn you, counterfeit spirit, and ask that you be brought to justice in the mighty name of Yahushua, Jehovah. I condemn you in the mighty name of Jehovah, and I ask Archangel Michael to sharpen his sword with you. Yeah, some of these guys are like radicals. And they try to throw rocks and hide their hands by changing frequency, stuff like that. I'm watching you and I can see you crystal clear. You're not fooling anybody and you're condemned because you have the counterfeit spirit. And they want to pull on my energy. They want to speak about religion and tell me to go to church, but when I start speaking religion or praying, they start running because they're cowards and they start pulling on my energy. You're not getting away with it. At the end of the day, you still have to answer to God. And whenever I confront this energy, he starts talking. He's like... Now he's running. He has to go run and hide. He has to run and hide. He takes off running and starts pulling on my energy. He's a coward. They start pulling on because they don't want to play fair. Yeah, they gotta answer to God, so I'm not really worried about it. They might think they get away with it, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you'll be answering to the Most High regardless. And you could sit here and say that, you know, you're protected by God, you're a radical, so, yeah. And you're just, it's just ridiculous. I mean, these guys have thrown me, I mean, just in every direction where I'm just like, good God, they've even put me in the midst of, like, I can't even say. Where I'm like, are you that scared to fight your own battles? Yeah, like some of these guys, like, I don't think they know what they're doing. Like, these guys want to hold me accountable for every little thing. And it's like, you know what? Back up and do your job. You know, you're so big and mighty, but you can't do your job. They want to hold me hostage, hold me down so they can do all this stuff to me. It's like, no, do your fucking job. I ain't scared of you. I'll walk right up to you in the broadcast and tell you to your face that I'm not scared of you at all. And I don't care how violent you are. And you want to sit here and call it a spiritual war, but you're tying me down to the ground while you throw all this dirt on me. You can't do that. You got to learn how to fight fairly. You're trespassing and you're breaking universal law. And I don't care if you're a contractor or you're military. You can go right back to your base and figure things out with your master sergeant or your inspector general. And I don't care if you're, you know, you don't scare me whatsoever. And I bind you in the mighty name of Jehovah and all your works. And I cast you out in the mighty name of Jehovah. And I ask God to sharpen his sword with you. And I think, matter of fact, I think he is right now. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that he's exposing you in all your works. Like, you're not going to force on free will. Oh, you're good, Connor. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you're not going to sit here and force on free will. I don't care how scary you are. You could be like, you can sit here and tell me all day you're like high and mighty, but if you were, you wouldn't be scared. I think honestly you're just a coward. And you want to sit here and try to force that I have to fulfill like this, that, and the other. You've already, like, just give it a rest already. You're not allowed to trespass against me. And you want to try to force your sexual harassment on me, and you're ugly as sin. And I'm not attracted to you. And the fact that most of you men are married and trying to offer me fraudulent offers. And they're trying to broadcast me right now naked and trying to have me approach them naked. I'm not going to put up with that, and I think that my remote neuromonitoring should be placed under investigation. You want to try to force on free will here, but, you know, I don't have a contract with you. So why are you trespassing against me if I don't owe you anything? They want to try to hold me down so they can't play fair. Like, if you're not going to be a handler and do your fucking job and you want to place me in a situation that's made for strictly military, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you either do your fucking job or you don't. Oh yeah, they do it all day. I mean, all day. I'm not really sure, Connor. I wish I knew. I don't understand. I wish I knew. Probably. Yeah, Connor. I believe so. The meter? Are you talking about the EMF reader? I think you're talking about this one. Hold on, where is it at? This one? Yeah, it's an EMF reader. It works pretty good. You just gotta keep it away from magnets. Yeah, that's the EMF reader. So it should be no higher than, like, I believe 40s. 52 is considered high. It reads EMFs. It's pretty cool. I want to get a real one. So you can get a cheaper one. It doesn't have to be that expensive. It's more ideal. Yeah, I want to get one of those. Just so I can show people, like, the EMFs that are being emitted are, like, so off. And I need to tune into a better frequency to read EMFs. So, EMFs are electromagnetic frequencies. So anything that resonates at a high, that is giving off high EMFs, is bad. And you want to stay away from it. Because it can cause so many issues. You know, even like things like dirty electricity, stuff like that, which people would find in like older homes. You got to be careful of certain frequencies that you're around because they can be harmful. You definitely have to protect your energy. Grounding is key for sure. But anything, I'll make an example, like that's high EMFs. Yeah, basically. So electromagnetic frequencies are, yeah, basically just that. But unfortunately, a lot of stuff emits frequencies, EMFs that are not healthy. So I'll make an example. Well, I'm sure you pretty much get it. Like, we're, you know, not supposed to be standing by an electrical box that's outside that powers up, you know, something like that's just bad. It's not a good idea. Yeah, you want to stay away from like high, just anything that's, you know, resonates at a high frequency, like that's high. You should be getting something more like this. No higher than, you know, like 50 something, I'm assuming. You can look it up though, EMFs. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I kind of teach people how to kind of dilute and how to kind of balance out frequencies, some stuff like that. This guy, I mean, I got one of them right now that's just harassing me to a pulp with sexual harassment. This guy is disgusting. Sorry, you guys, to throw off the convo. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna hop off here. It's gonna raise my vibes because, yeah, it can be. I gotta get ready for my day and kind of raise my vibes because they're doing their attack. So I gotta try to raise my frequency the best that I can. Gonna put on my headphones and listen to some high vibrational music. But I love you guys. Stay strong on the battlefield. Okay, Connor. I definitely will. I love you guys. Stay strong on the battlefield. Don't